Let me see. So next one I'm gonna talk about is gonna be Barbie, and this was a big surprise to me. Like I didn't know what to expect with this film, but I think I saw a clip of it that actually sold me, and I was like, you know what? I see what they're going at. This might be fun, and it was. This film is directed by Greta Gerwig, and the story is Barbie and Ken are having the time of their lives in the colorful and seemingly perfect world of Barbie Land. However, when they get a chance to go to the real world, they soon discover the joys and perils of living among humans. And this cast is really crazy. So we've got Margot Robbie playing Barbie, Ryan Gosling as Ken. We also got Will Ferrell in this, Emma Mackey, Simu Liu, Michael Cera, Kate McKinnon. Let me see, Hari Neff, Issa Rae, Ariana Greenblatt. She definitely was familiar for something I've seen before. Alexander Shipp, Kingsley Ben-Adir, Rhea Perlman. Like this thing's got people, man. There's so much cast. To give you and it's also narrated by Helen Mirren.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But this thing surprised the hell out of me, man. It's really a really good film, in my opinion. I think the people who are complaining about it are the type of people who I would expect to complain about it. Definitely a lot of Ben Shapiro types, So I don't care about his opinion at all on this kind of stuff. But what blew me away about it, man, the story itself is pretty interesting. I mean, we are introduced to the characters, and they're living in a Barbie world, which is interestingly portrayed, man. It's definitely an exaggerated hyper reality, but it's built into the confines of the Barbiedom. Like she lives in a Barbie dream house. But it's crazy because the proportions are just like a toy house. It's not like they put her in a pink house. So that kind of keeps you in the magic of this Barbie world. All the women in this world are named Barbie, including her. But she's like she's the typical Barbie, the common Barbie doll. But there's different types amongst the world. Like we even get Issa Rae. She's a Barbie, but she happens to also be the president in this Barbie world. So things like that are going on. Like Kate McKinnon. She's a weird Barbie, and she runs something in there. But they're all Barbie.
You didn't mention Kate McKinnon being in it.
Yeah, and all the guys' names are Ken, so that's interesting, man. Including Gosling, Simu Liu, and all the other men. It's Ken and Barbie. But she wakes up one day and things are just off. Like I think one of the coolest things is subtle stuff in this thing that I think it's smart and intelligent. It's silly, it's goofy, and it's got a lot of heart. But like one of the first things you notice when she gets out of bed and she's getting dressed, so she steps off her bed and jumps out of her slippers, like like she's sleeping in the heels. She steps out of her heels and her feet are still like this, and I'm like, that's just like the real doll would be. So one day she wakes up and boom, her feet drop. And so that's one of the first clues that are wrong. Everything else, the greeting in the morning is wrong. She has a hangover, which she never had. And she finally figures out with the help of McKinnon that something's wrong with someone in the real world, and she has to go there to solve the problems. And that's when it gets interesting. We get the fish out of water stuff, and it's also funny because Ken sneaks along. He sneaks out with her, which is interesting. And while he's out there, he kind of gets corrupted a little bit by what he sees out in this world, because mostly concerning dynamics between men and women. He kind of gets corrupted by patriarchal standards, man, and it's really funny movie, man. I know people are saying this thing is bashing men, but I kind of think it was bashing a lot of things equally, man. And the thing about patriarchy, there are some men who go out of their way to kind of uphold certain systems and things, man, but I think it's a holdover from how we used to have to survive, man. Men were the stronger of the species. They had to go out and do this and that. Mostly women stay close and maintain house and that. But we're in 2023, man. Like you go to the store and buy some food.
Equal, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Men don't gotta hunt. So I think, like the film is making fun of those situations, and I think a lot of these men critics are taking it personally, where I'm looking at it like, yo, that's a clever ass joke that you just laid in right there, like and that's the thing too, man. Like I feel like a lot of all
right, but it makes a difference. Like it makes a difference if you're like raised by a single mother. That make a little bit of difference. No,
don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, well, maybe, but I don't think that should.
Your outlook on things kind of a little bit different.
I think also it's speaking to that because if you can't empathize with what a single mother's going through, there's some clever stuff going on here. Yeah. Like there's a moment where where Ken sees some business guys talking, and one of the secretary comes up and tries to tell the boss something's going on. Basically, she's about to tell them that I believe that two Barbies have escaped into the real world. Because it's funny because the company is pretty much Mattel, so they're like it's kind of some meta shit going on, man. And they just shoo her away. It's like, nah, we're talking right now. And he sees that. It like something flickers in his brain because in the Barbie world, it's kind of the opposite in a little ways. Like it's not like they're getting mistreated or anything, but the Barbies are running everything. They're in charge, and the Kens, they're out doing everything. But it's also a world where they don't have any. There's not really sex, and there's love definitely going on. There's some relationships going on, but it's just like it's just stripped down to a more pure, childlike place. You know what I'm saying? So he's seeing this stuff playing out, and he's seeing these examples presented to him, and it's not like he's like, oh, I wanted to be like that, but just by seeing the examples in the world, he thinks this is how things are supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I think I made a comment about that. I was like, the thing that blew me away about his portrayal, Ryan Gosling kills it, because there's a switch that flips, man, and he turns on full-on bro mode, and it's not like this is what he wanted to be like he's actually just fascinated with horses. But somehow in his brain, he twisted it up just because of some of the imagery that being a man means you get to have a horse, and, being a patriarch. So he's like, well, damn, I like horses a lot. I should try to be like that. And it goes, but it's crazy because, like I said, it's not that he wants to do this. He just thinks this is how you're supposed to be as a man. And I think this film is subtly making a lot of criticisms at things of this nature, man, and it's really good, man. Another person who I think stands out, did I mention in the cast?
Right, I think I appreciate that being a nerd, like a sports, like not caring about nerd.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things, or just being a black person that doesn't like have to listen to rap. I listen to a little bit of everything. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to see this Friday after I see Talk to Me, but. I'm real interested in what after you said that now.
It's crazy, man. Like I can't get how people are mad at this, man. Unless you are just totally uptight about the idea of a joke being made at you, or just being made at the patriarchy, man. Because honestly, we're all a victim of it. If you think about it, like it's just, and that's all it means. It just means that the society that you're living in is a society that's mostly led by males. I mean, if you look at elephants, they have a matriarchal society. The female elephants actually have more to pull in that thing. And it's not saying that one is better than the other, but that system definitely does have some bearing on social dynamics, especially in this world versus the Barbie world. But it's fun, man. Like I said, the jokes, it doesn't feel crass or crazy. It is a PG-13, and they do throw I think some of the themes are a little bit, a little bit more mature, but they're not mature like vulgar or graphic or anything like that. I just think that
pretty much like
an 8-year-old, like an 8-year-old, it might go over their head. You know what I'm saying? Some of the thoughts and some of the ideas, and there's like an F-bomb that's dropped, but it's bleeped out. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what would have got it the PG-13. But the thing is full of great performances. The set designs are beautiful, especially the Barbie world and some of the creative stuff that they're doing with that. The guest stars, I love Will Ferrell. He's the head of Mattel, and he's a nut. Like I always love seeing him get to nut out in these small roles. It's just a good.
This is the second toy-based movie that he's in, because he was in the Lego movie.
Yeah, man. And honestly, I was surprised at how good this film is. And the only thing that's messing me up right now is I think we're going to see a bigger wave of them trying to capitalize on properties and of toys bringing but you got to do them right, man, because I mean we just seen Transformers take a deep dive this past summer. I don't mind you taking attempts, but you got to start doing this stuff. And people are making a criticism like, oh, Barbie and Oppenheimer are proof that you don't need big sequels and this and that to have a successful movie. And I'm like, well,
You never did.
You need good movies.
That's it has to be good. And at the same time, it's like when you schedule some of these things to be released, and I don't know, release
need to be good.
Probably
because two of the biggest films this year were sequels: Across the Spider-Verse and Guardians. So that kind of kills that argument. They just got to be good, man. And so
and also John Wick. Volume 4.
Yeah, that too. And you gotta have some marketing. Like just now, when I Googled Barbie, my whole page turned pink on Google. Like this movie has been my face since that first trailer came out, dude. And that's another thing too. You can't slack on your marketing. And I think that's another reason why this film is such. They've got tie-ins with all the major brands, yo. There's a special Xbox edition that a Barbie house sweepstakes going on.
Really?
If you put Barbie as a hashtag on Twitter, a little Barbie icon comes on. Like this thing has been a master class in marketing, and I think Hollywood has gotten lazy with that lately. It's like you're putting all the money into your stars and production costs, but you're forgetting you got to market this thing, man. And you're getting lazy with that, man. And I think this is a master class, man. It's crazy how this film is everywhere, and it seems to have paid off. It had the biggest opening of so far this year, dude. That's crazy. Barbie, if you told me this like a week ago, but I recommend, man. This thing is really good, man. Really good messaging, really feel good film. And as far as a sequel, I wouldn't do it because I don't know what story you could tell going forward. But with the right writers, who knows what's possible? Because this thing definitely had the right writers, and I think that's why it was able to also get the star power cast on board to make it, man. So
I was just thinking. The probably worst toy-based movie that I can think of was that Battleship movie.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I kind of liked it. I didn't love it, but I was entertained. It was better than that last Transformers, man. It's funny. Yeah. It came up on the frame like was it last week or a week or two ago? I was looking. I was like, damn it! I should have known that was Battleship.
I didn't get the answer on it. I knew that movie. I have seen it like twice, but it's not one of my favorite movies. Yeah, I can imagine like them going overboard and it'd be like a Connect 4 or damn.
Man,
or damn.
It was wild, man. And as for every chance that they had, the Barbie could have been super cheesy, and they somehow avoided it, man, in a way that I think like when I look at the writing on Transformers, I was like, man, this was a layup. All you had to do was just write the dialogue a little bit better. Like I read a story. America Ferrara has a monologue in this thing that kind of really still like toward the end of the movie, and I'm reading that they did probably like 40 to 50 takes on that, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's someone who cares about what you're doing, dude. Like it's
cast crazy, just sounds amazing. No, I didn't know Will Ferrell was in it. Dude. Yeah, I knew Issa Rae, Margot Robbie, and Gosling was in it with Simu Liu. Yeah, but I didn't know it was, man. That's I actually seeing it Friday though.
And they got a car chase, dude.
A car chase.
There's a car chase. Come on, man. Like it's just nuts, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what this. I feel like if you were upset at this movie, you weren't gonna give it a chance in the first.
You're just an insecure dude, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. I just saw somebody on Twitter. It's like, man, if one of you mugs tell me I need to check out the Barbie movie, I was like, bro, calm down, man. Like we know.
I saw somebody on Instagram saying that. Yeah, I saw somebody.
I got like 12 Barbies in my closet, dude.
Really?
I collect Barbies, and I'm proud to say it. I collect special edition historical figure Barbies. I got them. I got Rosa Parks, man. I got Naomi Osaka, man. I got the 50th anniversary Black Barbie. I got the Uhura from Star Trek, man. I got the Little Mermaid special edition they just put out, dude. Like, come on, son. Like, yeah, man. People are just out of control, man. It's crazy.
I was just looking up Ariana Greenblatt. She was the girl in 65 with Adam Driver. You know the one that,
that's where she's from. Yep.
Is she Skipper in the movie? Is Skipper show up in it?
She's let me see. She's America Ferrera's daughter.
Okay.
She's Sasha.
Okay.
You know what's wild though? I think they actually referenced Skipper. I can't remember, dude. Like somebody referenced that. Maybe I was listening to someone talk about this movie. I can't remember if it was but it's funny, man, because like in Barbie Land, there's also some Barbies that were discontinued.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then there's this. I'm telling you, man. This thing, like I saw it again today, man. That's where I was coming from.
You saw it twice. Okay.
Yeah. So there's layers, man. There's stuff probably still that I gotta pick up on maybe a third watch. Like a lot of inside, just Barbie jokes and layers and digs and stuff that they take. I'm pretty sure if you're like a deep Barbie fan, you'll probably be. You know what I'm saying?
I have a friend that actually saw it 3 times over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And she seemed like she was hyped though.